Assalamu alaikum, welcome and karibuni to our Zanzibar's kitchen. Today we are going to make this beautiful, very simple, delicious brioche loaf with fruits. So I start with yeast. I've got 3/4 cup of warm milk, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. So I just mix it well and keep it on the side. And in the meantime, I wash the raisins. These are the dark raisins that we're going to use, about 3/4 cup, and I soaked it with warm water. Then I've got an egg there and a yolk that I'll be using to knead the dough. So just the yolk, and then I'm going to use the egg white for egg washing, so I just added some milk. Okay, so now I'm just squeezing the dirt out of the raisins, and then I rinsed it and strain the water, and then I'm just gonna dry them in the paper towel just like that, and we're gonna keep it aside. So the yeast is ready. Now I'm going to add the flour. So first the eggs and the melted butter, that's about 1/2 cup. Just gonna mix it well, and I did add a pinch of salt as well. And then the flour, which is, I started with 3 cups. That's about 360 grams. And this dough does not need to be kneaded at all. Okay, we're just going to put it together. And then I added 1/4 cup of flour because it's too wet, as you can see. All right, so we're looking out for the consistency, not so much for the measurements. All right, so just like that, it's very simple. This is a very rich dough, so it doesn't really need to be kneaded. We don't want to overwork it. But I'm just going to use my hands just to make sure that it's well combined and we don't have any dry ingredients. All right, just like that. It will not take more than 3 minutes. Then once that's done, I'm just going to cover it and let it sit to rise for 1 hour to 2 hours, depending on the temperature of where you are. All right, so now I'm going back to my dark raisins, and then I use the golden raisins, 3/4 cup each, and the almonds, and lemon zest as well as orange zest, and some vanilla sugar if you have. I use mine from Vanilla Central Dar es Salaam, and if you don't have, you can just use normal sugar, granulated sugar, and you're gonna add more of vanilla extract. So I used only 1/2 teaspoon since I used the vanilla sugar. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix it well, and then we're gonna keep it aside. This smells amazing. And orange juice, about 3 tablespoons of orange juice. If you have orange liqueur, then use that. Okay, so now I'm going to prepare the streusel. This is 3 tablespoons of cold butter. It was not so cold, but I prefer to use cold butter, and I actually like to grate it. And then I used 1/4 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of flour. Okay, you can use your food processor for this to start with, but I was feeling lazy to get it out because I know I have a lot to wash, and I don't like washing too many dishes. So I decided to use my hand, and then since I've got big lumps, I'm going to keep this in the freezer, and then I'll work with it later. So now my dough is ready, and I'm going to start folding the fruits just like that. And please do use plenty of orange zest. I didn't have enough because I had just made the bread so a couple of days back. So we're folding the fruits just like that. So this is much better on the surface. Then I keep adding the fruits. It smells amazing. By the way, the vanilla, you need a very good vanilla for this. And the orange zest should be enough, about 3 tablespoons. That should be really, really good. Okay, so now I'm almost done, and you want to keep about 1/2 cup to put it on the top. Okay, so this is, as you can see, I keep folding it until I finish, but I did leave some Then you'll see how much I have left. All right. Okay, by the way, this bread is inspired by Martha Stewart. I've seen it on her favorite breakfast, but she didn't share the bread. She only shared how she did the filling for the fruits, which I really loved. So I had to work out on my own recipe, which I did a couple of days back, but it didn't turn out well, so I had to do another recipe. All right, so this is it. I just had to adjust a few things on the dough. Okay, so now the egg wash, I'm using it on the side to work as a binder as well. Just like that. And I'm just going to roll it. This is very simple, you guys. Very, very simple, and it's perfect for the holidays, perfect for winter. And I've got my loaf pan. I'm just going to keep it like that. Then I'm going to egg wash the top. And this will give a beautiful color and also as a glue to the fruits, okay, to the dried fruits that we use. Just like that. It's very simple and it smells amazing, by the way. And then we're gonna put the fruits now. So I left about a half a cup. I didn't measure really, but just eyeball it. And then once that's done, I'm just gonna cover it and let it sit to rise again, and this should take about 45 minutes to an hour. Like I mentioned, it depends on the temperature where you're at. Okay, so just gonna cover it nicely and keep it aside. So this took about an hour, and now the oven is ready at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So now I'm going to work on my streusel or crumbing. I think they call it crumbs, but I know the word streusel. I think it's a German word. Then I just put it on the top. This is totally optional, but it is worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. So I'm going to start with 350 degrees for about 30 minutes and then 325 for 15 minutes. And now our bread is ready. It looks beautiful. The topping is really, really good. The streusel is nice and crunchy. And you want to wait for at least an hour, which is the most difficult part, is to wait. Okay, you want the bread to be completely cool before you slice it. So you see how beautiful this looks. And now we're ready to slice the bread. Okay, so the streusel is kind of crumby. So this is what I wanted the bread to be, nice, soft, but yet firm. Okay, I did this couple of days back. So I reduced the fruits. Instead of 1 cup, I did 3/4 cup of each fruit. And yeah, you can see this is my bread 3 days ago. But this bread tastes much better on the second day. And the third day, see, this is almost a week that we've had this bread. And you see the streusel is still there and it's nice and crunchy. And this is the fresh one. So if you can do it 1 day ahead, you can still eat it on the same day, but it's much better on the second day. Thank you so much for watching. For more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar. You'll find all the measurements and ingredients in the description box below.